Hello everybody! I'm Mermaid Lip, a professional mermaid and content creator, and today is an exciting episode of Tail Talk in the Treehouse. Today I'll be reviewing the new tail by Finfun, the Elite Mermaid tail.
Don't know why you say goodbye, I say shalom.
So as soon as I saw that these tails were a thing, I was like, I need one. I have to get me one of those. And that's what I did. Like, it was a very impulse buy, I just got it. It was $350, but then there was like a $20 shipping fee, so it's a little pricey, but I would definitely say it's worth it. And it did take over a month to come in, so that was a little annoying. And they said it was going to take 3 weeks to a month. It took like maybe 5 weeks to come in, but when it came in, it was 2 days before my birthday, so that was kind of good timing because it was a nice little happy birthday to me. So today I'll be among the first to do a review on the new Finfun Elite Mermaid tail. So let me show you the one that I ordered. I thought it was just, I love the design because it kind of reminds me of a Finfolk tail, but more affordable. It's actually still wet because I went swimming in it yesterday, and this material is very thick, so very absorbent. Needless to say, I am in love, and if you want to see a few moments of pure unadulterated joy, just watch the video of me unboxing it. This is gorgeous. Oh my god. I love it. I love it so much. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little teared up. It happened. So yes, I love this tail. It's gorgeous and it came out even better than I was expecting. So I'm gonna tell you my honest thoughts on this tail, the good and the bad, and I'll also show you some swim footage in it. So right off the bat, when you feel this tail, it's like so soft. This material feels so nice. And it's like really thick material. Like, it almost feels like neoprene. So that's definitely a good thing. That means it's probably going to be more resistant to wear than their normal tails. These tails are specifically made for professional mermaids. I'll be giving you my thoughts on how well this tail works for a professional mermaid gig. I'll be using this tail for a gig on Saturday, July 24th, so I'm hoping all goes well. There's definitely some negative things about this tail that might complicate doing a mermaid gig in it, and I will tell you about those later. But let's just continue starting with all the good things about it. Just look at this beautiful design. They have some really gorgeous tail designs. This is called the, I forget what this one's called. I'll put the name of it on the screen. But look at that big fluke. And it does have a vinyl insert into it. And I've heard a lot of criticisms of vinyl inserts, and after swimming in it, I gotta say I'm not a fan of the vinyl insert. But I love the way it makes the tail have this shape and allows you to have a bigger fluke, because I like big flukes and I cannot lie. Yeah, so the shape of it is really cool. The design, the colors are so incredibly bright. Like, look at this. She's beautiful. They made it kind of look like there's like water droplets all over the tail, so it looks like you just came out of the water, and it's really gorgeous. The scales are very realistic. Like, they have a nice 3D look to them. So those are the pros. It's just gorgeous. It has a beautiful shape and design, bright colors. The material is really nice and soft and thick. I love that they have some hip fins, because their other tails, they're, you know, the regular ones, not the elite ones. They don't have fins like that. So this is like a nice, really big floppy fin, and I love it. Here's a few photos of me in this tail. So now we gotta get to the cons. This is more of a personal problem, but I notice this with a lot of tail making companies. They never make them long enough for tall people, and you can't really get them extended because they only just come in like their set sizes. So I didn't want to get a large because that wouldn't fit me quite right, but it might have been long enough. Like yesterday when I was wearing it, my bathing suit bottoms were sticking out because it didn't quite fit me right, because I'm really tall. I'm like almost 5'9". So that was a bummer because, you know, I want to use this mermaid tail for gigs, but obviously it's a big giveaway if you can see the performer's bathing suit bottoms underneath. So that's a con. And that's just for tall people. So after my first swim in this tail, I am starting to notice a little bit of like fuzziness around the edges, just on the fluke. And that's probably from the tail, like, you know, hitting the concrete of the pool. Maybe it's not the most durable. I don't know. I can't really say yet, but it seems like it would be very, very durable because of this like thick material. And then there's the zipper that kind of just like sticks out. So I don't like that you can see the zipper so well. It's probably like that with all these kind of mermaid tails that have the zipper on the side. Another problem with just having a zipper on the side, there's no drainage holes in this tail, so it gets full of air, and that's a problem because it blows up and it makes it harder to go underwater. And then if you force the tail underwater, all these little bubbles come up. That's not great. It is a very air bubbly tail. Like, I noticed that there was a lot of air bubbles coming out. Obviously, I don't want that at a mermaid gig because then it just looks like I'm farting. Don't want that. This mermaid's got gas. Yeah, and the vinyl insert, it just adds a lot to it, so it makes it kind of heavy. It's kind of hard carrying this tail. It's a little cumbersome. It's also harder to like flip your fin in the air. It's hard to flip the fin when you're sitting on the ground, because you don't have control over the whole fluke, since only a portion of it has the monofin in it. Also, whenever you take a picture like on your stomach with your tail in the air, it just kind of like, you know, I wish it could like stand up more, like stay up like that, but it just kind of flops. And that's okay. It's not the worst thing. Another thing that happens is it doesn't quite sit on your body quite right at the bottom of the tail. It gets like crinkled. So it just doesn't look as realistic because you see that crease. Ugh. Ugh, big spider! There's a big spider! I don't know what to do. Walk away. Oh, don't go under my laptop. Get away from there. Shoot. Okay, it's just, he's not gonna hurt me. He's hiding from me. He's okay. I'm just gonna not worry about that spider. I'm only gonna worry a little bit. So those are my main points on this tail. Now the rest of the video is dedicated to this tail specifically for swimming. Stay tuned for some underwater footage of me swimming in this tail. Here she is. Get a nice good look. Really beautiful. And I'm gonna go swimming in it right now. You get to watch me swim in it for the first time. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so nervous about scuffing it in the pool, but this material feels like really thick and durable, so I think it'll be okay. It's pretty tight at the bottom. It's a little harder to get on than some of my other tails. It might just be the monofin, I don't know. Here it is. The one thing I don't like about these kind of tails is that you can't really flip your fin super nicely. There's also this like kind of a crinkle right here. That's not great, but it's the most gorgeous tail I have ever had. And it's time to get in the water. So I'm noticing it's pretty heavy. Now let's actually get in. It really insulates your legs. Like, the water feels a little cold, but not on my legs. looks really cool in the water as you're swimming in it. The one thing I don't like is the vinyl is kind of like hitting my feet. Let's see if I can flip my fins. Oh. Yeah, you can't really flip your fins that well. It looks so cool underwater. I'm gonna have some underwater footage right after this. It doesn't go super fast, but it looks really beautiful as you swim in it. It really flows through the water in a beautiful way. Part of that world. I'm having a little bit of trouble floating on top of the water all the way. I guess because it's got those layers in there, they get full of water and it kind of makes it sink. That's just kind of normal with these kind of tails. Any tail with those vinyls, there's definitely problems associated with the vinyl inserts, but they really, they really make the tail be able to have a beautiful fluke shape, and I appreciate that. So one thing that's happening, and again, this is just a vinyl insert thing, is that it gets filled up with air. I don't know if you can see that, but big air bubble in there. You see how that's all blown up, and it's hard to make it go down. It's so full of air. There's some inconveniences about it, but I think they still work well as professional mermaid tails. Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of vinyl inserts. I'm also not a fan of the monofin I'm using because it's old and it kind of got warped in the sun. So it's kind of cutting into my feet right now. Again, that's nothing to do with this tail or Finfun. That's just a personal problem from being irresponsible with my monofins. Take good care of your monofin. I'm definitely gonna take good care of this tail because it's like so nice and so beautiful. I definitely don't want to use it in the creek. I just don't want to get it dirty or worn. And obviously that's gonna happen eventually. But again, this is really I'm surprised with the quality of this material. It's just so thick. The problem is it probably absorbs a lot of water, so I'm gonna make sure you have to hang them out to dry. Time for the underwater footage. And Finfun specifically designed a new monofin just for this tail, because the regular one's just not strong enough for this tail. And I didn't feel the need to get it because I knew that my Finis wave monofin would fit in here, and it did. So I can't really speak on behalf of the new monofin, but I might end up getting one just because it'll probably fit better, and to test it out. Stay tuned for that potentially. And if you guys like this shirt, this is my What the Shell t-shirt from my t-shirt store, A Mermaid's Life for Me. I'll put a link to that in the description. Check it out and check out some of my other t-shirt designs. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Do me a big favor and like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye!